What's going on, YouTube? This your boy Romeo Trading back again for another video. Doing a trade review today. We got a little rage going on right now because I did an order incorrectly. I did not mean to do that. Here it comes. Fuck. That's funny. I'm gonna pause it right there. So basically, I'm just gonna kind of go over the video instead of having y'all watch this whole video. But basically, what happened was, I originally said I wasn't going to do this trade because it was too extended. No, it was too extended down into the area I wanted to go. It was too extended. It penetrated the area that I call support too much. So I originally canceled the trade in my mind. But then once I saw that it was moving, I decided to get back in it. And then not only did I get back in it, instead of putting a stop order in at 9:15, I put in a limit order at 9:15, which immediately triggered as soon as I sent the order. Instead of putting in a stop market order, which would only trigger if it actually fell back down to that price point. So is this it? Yeah. So this is it. I put the order in, and then let me see if I can. So here, the order's in. I attempted to put in a stop order, but I guess because of how fast or how much was going on, I forgot to do stop limit order. So that got filled instantly. You can just. Oh my God, I did not mean to do that. Right. That's trading for you. Here it comes. Here comes the creme de la creme. I did not mean to do that. Fuck. So yeah, that was just the funny part. Trading it can be brutal sometimes, whether you mean it to or not. It can kind of take control over our emotions sometimes. So as a trader, you got to exercise those muscles so that way, when these type of situations happen, they won't have a big toll on you. Now, ultimately, the trade failed. So, in my opinion, that was just God's way of just getting me out the trade by having me skip that little split second to where I was supposed to put stop market. And in turn, it was already preset to limit order. So I guess that was just God's way of getting me out that trade. So I take it in stride. No problems there. But yeah, trading can be kind of emotional sometimes, especially early in the morning. Like I said, I originally took the order off because I didn't like how deep it penetrated. And then, like I said, once I saw it trying to rip a little bit, I decided to get back in it. So, we live and we learn. It's part of trading. But yeah, after it did that, I didn't even want it no more. So yeah, and then ultimately ultimately the stock didn't even go up too much higher. I think it probably went up like 3 or 4 cents higher, and then it ended up failing. So instead of losing $300, I had $300 risk on this. I only lost like $20 something. So I take it. But I was upset because that wasn't, I have a trading plan. So if I'm gonna risk $300, I'm gonna risk $300. So that's what I wanted. That's what I wanted to do. But trying to get back in, it's too much fumbling to do that back and forth, and then at that point you're chasing the stock, and I ain't want to chase it. So, I should just went with my first mind when I canceled the order. I should just left it cancel and been done with that. We did make some money on CRK today. See if I can find it. Yeah, I might see a little piece of that as well. Once I'm almost, I think this is about it here. Got CRK running right now. Taking out. Oh yeah, cool. If you guys were following the newsletter, you know CRK was on the one of the top picks. I still thought it had more room to run. Seemed like it is doing a little bit of running. We'll probably be taking profit soon. We are breaking over this 60-minute pivot, which is interesting. Currently up 280 on that. If we can get one more push, and I'll be taking profits on this one. And that was that. It pretty much was a weekly idea from the Swing Trade newsletter. I can probably pull it up on the other screen so you guys can get a better glimpse of it. Hold on one second. MRO just triggered as well. All right, let me switch the screen over for you. Bam. Okay. All right, so this is CRK. We like this idea because it put in a nice resting red month. And you know, an easy way to make profits with trading is just sticking to the the monthly chart. It's a good way to kind of make some quick profits. As you see, this thing is ripped. I got out at roughly 465, and this thing ran all the way up to 490. So yeah, definitely got minor resistance here. The 20 period moving average. We definitely had room up there. We kind of got out early. You know, it is what it is. I feel like as long as I can spot these ideas, I can be consistent. But yeah, just taking a look at it, we had it up on the monthly. It's kind of been riding this $4 area. Roughly what, 450? Kind of been holding this 450 area for a while. Put in a nice red resting month here on some nice volume here. And then so the first idea was to maybe go bullish. So we had some good R&R here on the weekly. We drilled down. This was before the month actually triggered. We drilled down on the weekly. We had a high of 450 with a close of 435. So I think I probably did 500 shares, I think, maybe something like that. But basically the high of that bar. So what? Yeah, so maybe what, 450 by 430? Well, it wasn't 435. I think I did 430 just to give it some room, I think. So maybe a 20-cent stop. But yeah, and it pretty much triggered off pretty good. Like I said, I took profits early, got on out. And that was the little piece of the video that you guys had saw. But it's still looking good. CRK. Like I say, small resistance here in the $5 area, so kind of be careful. We could break through that area, but we just may get a pullback first before we do it. We are looking at the weekly time frame, so you never know. Breaking out of this 200 period moving average is normally a retest involved. So it may be a small retest, or maybe a 20 period retest on the lower time frame moving forward if it decides to continue higher. But just kind of keep in mind that this stock is in an overall downtrend. So you kind of gotta, you kind of gotta realize what your expectations are with it. And that's basically CRK. ACB. This was another idea. Pretty much had a resting month last month. We expected it to kind of go bullish. We had multiple resting weeks inside that resting month. Bulls didn't step up at all in December. So we figured, you know, this month will be a good month. I wish I would have actually been more aggressive because it pretty much ripped over $1, which, you know, ACB is known to do on a given day. So yeah, definitely good moves here. I was telling stock tweets that anything over 910 is good. That basically clears last week's high, which was 907. So 910 just to be on the safe side. We pretty much broke above that area, came back, retested this area today. And like I say, on the daily chart, you can see that the day overall is resting. Probably waiting on some news or anything like that. We are at the 20 period and 200 period moving average, so just be mindful of that. It probably hold. It may turn green today. We'll have to see. Bulls definitely stepped up here in this 910 area. That's good. The low of the day was 907, so it hit last week's high exactly before it bounced. Just something to think about. See, trading is a science to it. You know what I'm saying? Hope I don't sound too crazy when I say that, but yeah, it is definitely a science. But yeah, it ironically it hit last week's high exactly before it bounced. So, you know, you have the breakout, then you have the retest. So it pretty much broke out, now it retested, and now we may continue to go up. The month and the weekly is still green, so it's definitely more opportunities to buy into this stock, especially with you got a high of 977. So anything over 980 would be gold. That'll pretty much turn the week back green. You know, you can add, you know, with this being a bullish month and week, you still could add pretty much any time within this day, as long as it don't drop too low. Anything over 910, I think, you know, you can definitely add, because like I said, you got bullish sentiment this week with the elections, politics, and all that stuff. So definitely some more room in here to make some more money. I took profits early this morning. We had a nice gap up from yesterday, and I was pretty much adding all yesterday. Once we retested this area here at 920, yeah, I was adding all the way up. Sold here up into the high. I think I sold at like 980. I just had a limit order at 980, so as soon as 7 o'clock hit, I got out. Yeah, so a little overnight, you know, overnight profits. And like I say, I could have got back in right here at 910 because that's where my original entry was. So that area is prone for a bounce. But just a little early access for you guys today. I think that was the. Do I have any more stocks to go over? I'm a little unorganized, so I apologize about that. I'm a little unorganized sometimes. I just be wanting to do stuff. So, you know, hopefully this is enough. We are in EXPR. This one here, pretty much just how we talked about it, retesting support. We broke out of this 85-cent area on Express. Broke out big time, and obviously the bears brought this thing all the way back to 86. It had the low. Oh, I'm sorry, it did it this month. Yeah, so it didn't go as deep as it wanted to go last month. It actually tapped 86 cent. The high of October was 85.58, so roughly 86. And then after it hit 86 here and went bullish, right here at the moving average, I decided to put in an idea for 95 by 98. I mean 95 by 85 cent. That way, like I said, that'll be a nice 10-cent R&R. Like I say, only got 2,000 shares of it. Depending on how it do, definitely can re-add at this 95-cent area. After it performs today, we could just go ahead and re-add. Definitely did break above the short-term moving average. We are riding the 20 period pretty good, so that's always a good sign. As far as the higher time frame, well, as far as the the 60-minute. Weekly looks good. Like I said, we're right here at the 20 period, so that's good. The monthly and weekly are green, so we got bullish sentiment. Drilling down to the daily, we do have resistance at the $1 area. So that's definitely the area to beat. I've been kind of interested in this stock ever since it made a move over here. We made some profits over here, before Christmas, and then it decided to kind of trend down. And once I kind of noticed where it was kind of headed to, I kind of sold off here. I got back in thinking it was gonna hold a dollar area, but it didn't, so I got out. You know, didn't really lose much money at all, because you can kind of see that the sentiment was kind of heading down. And then, you know, having all these days here with no real volume, when you got volume pushing it down, and then you got a big volume here taking it through this dollar area. So yeah, you know, definitely was waiting for it to bounce in this 80-something cent area, which it did. So I think we got a good start to something. We'll see if we can get back over these moving averages. Obviously the dollar area is a big area for stocks like this. And I think it was seeking some type of funding, you know, like COVID relief type stuff. So we'll see if we get, you know, maybe an overnight pop or something like that on it. But I definitely like it in the 95 area. To start a position, like I said, to start the month. Like I said, we got room, definitely got room to go up. No real targets on this thing. Maybe 130 would be a nice little long-term target to get back to that 200. 120, we got a nice little pivot here in this area here at 120. So yeah. But you know, monthly and weekly, it's kind of no limits to, you know, to your monthly charts and your weekly charts, because, you know, you ain't got to worry about it. On a daily basis, you know, you may have an average range of 10 cent, maybe more. On a good day, this was 20 cent, but you know, it's on the average, you're gonna move about 10 cent a day. So you know, you can't really have a big expectation for it, with the average only being 10 cent. So if you're looking long term, you know, you might have a weekly move that may run you up, you know, 50 cent or more, you know, something like that. But you know, we'll hold it for maybe a day or two, see what it does. See if we get a good bounce in this 95 area, and then we'll go from there. But I don't want to make this video too long. We're already at 16 minutes. I hope you guys had got a good laugh off of my emotional breakdown, I guess, for this morning. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I say, that was IDEX CRK ACB EXPR. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys enjoyed laughing at my pain, as Kevin Hart would say. You guys have a good one. We'll see you next time.